How's it going, guys? Asal here. Now, first of all, I really have no excuses for the amount of time that I have been away from YouTube and not making content. It's been over a month, and I know I made my last video said I was back, but I really haven't been. I've just been busy working, and I'm not really gonna make excuses, and I'm not gonna give you a timeline on when my next video is because I feel like I'm just leading you astray. So basically, guys, let's jump right into things. Let's not waste time on why I have been tardy. So we're talking about Battlefield Hardline today, more specifically the Battlefield Hardline beta, which has been out quite recently. Now I'm just talking about my thoughts on the game and kind of what I think of this general direction that the Battlefield franchise has been taking. So overall, first impressions of the game itself. As a standalone title, Battlefield Hardline is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it with some of my friends. The gunplay is great. The sniping especially, I found especially snappy, and I think I might have actually liked it better than Battlefield 4. And I also really enjoy the fact that the game is it's not so much vehicle-centric, it's more infantry-centric on a lot of smaller maps, and that really is right up my alley. I'm not really a huge fan of long-range engagements and vehicle combat in general, though a lot of people are. I really do prefer the close infantry combat, so that was a big pro for me with the Battlefield Hardline beta. So as a standalone title, the beta is looking to be, or the game itself is looking to be quite fun, because if we know anything from EA, it is that the beta is very, very similar to the final release of the game and not much changes. So I'd say, you know, the gameplay, the gunplay isn't really going to change too much, and overall it plays great, and as a standalone title it is a lot of fun. But overall, in the broader scheme of things, as far as the whole Battlefield franchise is concerned, I'm not really sure this is a step in the right direction. Battlefield Hardline is like Battlefield 4 in a lot of ways, graphically, or not even it's maybe on par graphically with Battlefield 4, but I found it in a lot of areas, especially the character models and the weapons seem to be they look worse than Battlefield 4. It's not even a step forward, it's almost a step backwards in some areas, and you don't have this big, you know, like Battlefield. We don't have jets, we don't have tanks, we don't have this massive combat, which Battlefield has kind of been known for, and it's kind of an interesting step, and I'm not really sure this is a step that will be kind of putting the franchise in the right direction. It feels like last year's game. It doesn't really feel like something new and innovative. Yes, the game is fun, yes, the game works, but it's not the kind of thing that I really want to drop $60 on. If we're going to be having yearly releases of Battlefield games from different developers, I'm not really sure that I can get on board with that. For example, let's talk about Call of Duty, or that's a good example of a franchise that does yearly releases with different developers. Now, I'm not a big fan of this one because, you know, it's a money grab, first of all, and I'm not really a fan of that. I don't think anyone is. And it's just inconsistent because one year you'll have one developer do a good job, the next year it could be a bad job, and it could be just, it's inconsistent. You could have a good game one year, a bad game another year. You could have things being reused because things are being rushed out just for the money. And overall, it just doesn't really create this positive, well, okay, for them it creates a positive environment because they get lots of money, but for the consumer and for the gamer, you get these titles that are just kind of rushed out just for the money. And you see that in a lot of ways in Battlefield Hardline. For example, when you open the menu, it looks exactly the same as Battlefield 4 to the T. The kill cam, it looks exactly the same. Even just the text on the screen, it's all exactly the same with some minor graphical changes. But overall, there isn't really anything too revolutionary in Battlefield Hardline. It's a lot of, to me, or for the way I felt, it's a lot of, you know, been there, done that. You know, I would pay maybe, I'd pay $20 for Battlefield Hardline. It's a fun game, but a whole $60, I just don't really see myself, you know, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. I don't really think it's the right direction when you're paying all this money to play a game that you've already been playing for a year. And it, you know, I feel like Battlefield 4 still has a lot of life in it. We still have, I believe, two more DLCs to come out. We've got a lot more to go, and I don't really think it's really worth it to slap the Battlefield title on another game that is in a lot of ways, it's not like Battlefield. And overall, I'm not really impressed with how Battlefield Hardline has gone with the beta. And don't get me wrong, it is a blast to play. It's really fun, but as far as just the direction of the franchise is concerned, I don't think it's the best idea. So guys, that's all I have to say to you guys about the Battlefield Hardline beta. Again, I do apologize for the massive delay in videos. I've just been working, I've been busy. It's been a good break, it's been a well-deserved break, but I will be back with more content. And you know, with this change, I might even take the time to expand to different shooters, because right now you know, Battlefield's not taking the most smart route, not the best route in my opinion. And that's not to say I won't cover the game. I will probably get the game eventually when it goes on sale, of course. But overall, I do think I will be expanding to more titles, maybe some console stuff as well. I actually did order an Xbox One recently. I'm pretty stoked for Destiny, as well as Halo coming up this year. And guys, that's all I have to say. So guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So guys, with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.